Welcome back to Thoughts Over Coffee, where a couple of thoughts share our thoughts over coffee. Topics include BPD,
That's me.
ADHD, oh no, autism,
That's her.
yep, ADHD,
That's both of us.
as well as dating and culture from across the planet. My name is Seyo, and this is Sassy. How you doing today, girl?
I'm okay. I'm okay. You?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. I watched The Accountant 2 last night.
There's a two?
Oh, it's so good. Did you watch the first one?
Yes, oddly enough, that's one of the few movies from the last X amount of years I have seen.
Yeah, they did a second one, and I think I liked it more than the first one.
Is it on a streaming service?
It's on Prime.
Ah, okay. I think I've seen
Pri-
ads for it.
yeah,
I
Prime for
get,
free.
I get a lot of the Facebook ads for Amazon Prime, but they're in Thai.
Oh,
So the writing will be in Thai and then they dub over in Thai as well. So I'll be like, that looks like a famous actor or some show I recognize. And then I'll like click the volume so I can listen to the ad and see what the preview is for. And then it's just a lot of Thai. And I'm like, what's happening? It's Ben Affleck.
yep.
Rich.
It is so good.
Yeah, so I think I had seen the preview for that and I thought the vibe looked like a number two of The Accountant, but I don't know because all of the words are Thai and everything yelling at me is Thai and I just give up.
Obviously, there's lots of like shooting and killing and like figuring out stuff, but it kind of shows a little bit more of how maybe the brother isn't normal. Maybe he is on the spectrum too, but just not as
It's not
on
as
the
extreme,
spectrum.
yeah. What do you want? That's illegal. He didn't listen.
No.
Jacob, can I help you? Say hello. No.
Hello.
Okay, well, that's very sweet, but I meant hey, hello over here.
Resume.
Oh, I've discovered a new fruit. I didn't discover it. It was brought it from Kwan.
Yes.
Get these. They're the same fruit.
Okay.
They're,
What is it?
oh, that light is bright. I don't remember what he said it's called.
Oh.
I don't know. But they taste like rhubarb. Kinda,
Okay.
but different. Very interesting. I don't know, but I think this one is too ripe. It fell down and I think it got bruised and it's all fucky. But you cut off the main outer layer, and then there's like, it's very thick rind all the way to where the seeds are, and the seeds are surrounded each by a white, pulpy sort of stuff, right?
Okay.
So I have no idea how to eat it until he shows me. So you actually do eat the rind, but you cut off the very outer bits of the rind until it looks kind of nice. And the rind is super, super sour, like rhubarb. It has a rhubarby taste and it's sour like that. I love sour, so I was just like, this is delicious. And then the seeds, sometimes it's a little sour as you get close to them still, but usually it's very, very sweet, very sugary and sweet. But the pulpy stuff around the seeds is you actually can't eat it. It's like, right around a mango seed where it's almost like hairy, like
Okay.
the
Yeah.
fruit, it just holds on to that. And if you try to eat it, it just gets stuck in your teeth and peels.
Yeah.
That's what that pulp is like. So Thai people say it's like more like chewing gum. This, like, you just put the whole seed in your mouth, you suck on it for a while, and then you spit it out. You get all that sugar
Oh.
off of it. But it was very funny, and I wish we'd recorded it for TikTok. And I told him the next time he brings me a new food, we have to record it because he always brings me new things, and we never
Well, yeah.
you know.
No, you have to record it.
I know, because, and this is my slight revenge on his spice level, making fun of the fact that what I consider super spicy, he tastes as zero spice, right? Yeah. So he showed me how to eat it, cut it, and took a bite of the rind. And he took a big bite and made the face like someone had put a warhead in his mouth, right? He was like,
Yep.
oh, it's so sour, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, interesting. I take a bite and I'm just like, oh, this is delicious. I love sour. Like, it didn't impact me at all. Like, it's sour, but it's not that, like, it was just like, and he's reacting like I squashed a whole lemon straight into his mouth. He's like, oh my God. And I'm just like, this is delicious. I just keep eating it. And then he shows me how to eat one of the seeds, and it happened to be a sour one. So he puts that in his mouth and he does the same thing, like, oh, it's not good, it's not sweet. And I tried, I'm like, oh, it's so sweet. So
Yeah.
yeah, white people sour level might be like Thai people spice level. We like sour shit, okay? But yeah, this is a very cool random fruit. If anybody wants to know what the fuck it is edible, and that's how you eat it. And it might taste very sour like rhubarb. So be prepared, but cut the very outside off, like shave off quite a bit. Very cool. Oh, one other thing. In a previous episode, we did talk about hot ones a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, we brought up
Yes.
like the hot wing spice challenge, and I was talking about how, when the Koreans went on there, right? Yes, the Squid Games guys, and how I was a little bit proud of like, okay, they found it spicy, and Koreans love spicy food, and they were actually like, this is so fucking spicy. So I told Kwan about this, and I mentioned like, yeah, even Koreans found it very spicy. So we do make some spicy things in the West. And he's like, but Koreans don't eat spicy food. And I'm like, what do you mean? Korean food's very spicy. Like that's something they're proud of as a culture. And he's like, Korean food is like a zero spice level, like a baby food. No spice.
Baby spice.
And I'm like, okay. And in the episode, I had made an offhand comment about like, I want to see a Thai person on this show. Like, I want to get that baseline.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him about it, and he's like, oh, I've heard of that show. Lisa went on it. She's a very famous pop star. She was in, I think, Blackpink, but she's
Okay,
Thai.
Yeah.
She's the Thai member, and now she's doing a lot of her own stuff. So she went on it. So I watched that episode. She took one sip of water the entire time. Even for the bomb.
Oh, wow.
The entire way through, she took like one little sip of water. That's it. Her face did not, she'd had like one time where she was like, whoa, oh, and that's it. That's it.
That's fair. There's one girl on the Try, that was with the Try guys. She was editing a lot of their stuff, and then she joins them for some food stuff. Her name is YB, and she always goes with the super spicy stuff.
Yeah. I remember YB. I've seen her on a few things. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's always just like, oh, this is, and then Keith eats it and he dies.
Where is she from?
And she's like, oh,
what's her culture?
Oh God, let me double check.
She was like Chinese, but I could be mistaking her with someone else. Because I remember her name, and then my brain is autofilling like, oh yeah, she's not born in China.
No, she's Korean American.
Yeah. Well, apparently Korean spice is for babies. And I brought up a bunch of like spicy Korean things, and I'm like, but this and this and this. He's like, those aren't spicy. What are you talking about? Like, he's confused. And again, this is a Thai person who does not eat a high level of spice for Thailand.
Yeah.
But apparently, even him, he's like, oh, I don't really like a high level of spice for Thai food. Da, da, da. He can eat chili peppers straight out of the garden, like Thai chilies. They're over 100,000 Scoville.
Wow.
He's just like, that's crazy. You can eat those. And I'm like, no, people don't do that. What do you mean?
No, that's how we die. Yep. Literally, I would burn my lining of my stomach. I wouldn't, and I've done that before off of Vietnamese food, by the way.
Yeah.
I burned that stomach lining. Anything I ate, anything I drank after that, it literally felt like I was being punched in the gut. It was terrible. I was so upset. No.
Yeah. So I got my wish. I got to see a Thai person on Hot Ones, and sure enough, they're so fucking friendly. Thai people are so nice. They will never say a bad thing about you or their food or anything. But yeah, every single one was not that spicy. You could just tell her reactions. Like, she was trying to be nice, and she was like, oh, they're delicious. She ate like the hottest one, and afterwards, you know, the last dab or whatever, she's like, oh, that's pretty good. So Um, yeah, yeah,
So you're saying I need to send you spits now that you have a place that I can send you things. I need to send you spits and I need to send you a bottle of Da Bomb to give
yeah.
to the
I
boy so
need to
he can
test this.
yeah, yeah.
I need to because that was the only one where she did a little bit of like a reaction to, but she took in the entire line of 10 one sip of ice water. That's it.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
didn't snot, she didn't cry, and she was talking about how her bandmate from Blackpink, I don't remember which one, had went on the show
Mhm.
and warned her about it, and they showed clips of that, and she was a Korean girl, and just she was like crying and snotting the whole thing, right? Like,
Aw.
and she was like, "Oh, it's so fucking hot," and she warned Lisa, and she was like, "Take the ice cream, just do it, don't try to power through." And so Lisa came in like, "Oh, I'm nervous," and then she just
Yeah.
casually ate everything.
I would do what Gordon Ramsay did. He brought bread and donuts
Yeah,
because it
I
helped
remember his.
absorb, yeah, it absorbed like the oils in his mouth so that it wasn't as bad.
Yeah, apparently Thai
But
people don't need to bring anything.
nope, nope.
Um, and also I watched it with Kwan because I wanted, I was like, oh, he knows who this woman is. She's so famous in Thailand. Let's watch this together. And he said Thai people won't ever drink milk when it's very spicy food or anything cold. They drink hot water with spicy food. They think that works better. And I'm like, but milk is scientifically proven to cut capsaicin. That's like
Yeah,
they Mythbustered it. It's the only thing that worked on Mythbusters was dairy, right?
yeah.
So, and he's like, oh, I understand, but just Thai people don't do that. And it's like, yeah, because nothing is spicy to you guys.
Nope, nothing is spicy. Meanwhile, I'm just like, give me that entire loaf of bread and a 16th of what you normally use for spice. Okay, there you go. I could eat that.
It's really hard to determine what culture has the spiciest food because everything is based on what you grew up eating. So Thai
Yeah.
people grew up eating like Thai chilies and chili pepper spice. But if you go to India, they have curry based spice, like different spices, and it tastes different. And I think for what most people rate, most people who do travel a lot and try a lot of cuisines do rate Indian food as having the spiciest dishes, like singular.
Okay.
But overall, Thai people eat spicy food every day,
Mm.
right? Like every single dish that every Thai person eats is spicy. They don't eat non-spicy dishes. Those are for us. Like their kids do. That's it.
It's for the children and the white people.
Yeah, literally.
Oh no.
All right. So you have a bunch of Reddit stories for me to react to, right?
Yay! Yes. I figured we'll
Okay.
do some dating relationship-y kind of ones. And I think there's one that's really funny in there too. Just
Exciting.
hilarious.
So I'm coming
So,
in blind to all of these. So you guys are getting my live reactions live on
yes.
camera.
So I think I'm gonna start with just a funny one to like start you off.
Okay.
I think it's hilarious. I get it, but yeah, I think it's just so funny. Okay. This is from Am I the Asshole Relationships?
Mm-hmm.
Am I AITA for wanting to break up with my girlfriend after she threw away my sandwich?
How good was this sandwich?
I'll try to be very neutral, but also it's very hard for my voice to just be neutral, so I
Okay, okay,
apologize.
okay.
I ordered a yummy bagel sandwich for breakfast, but didn't eat it and was saving it for lunch as it was a long day of scuba diving in Baja. After finishing scuba diving, we went to drive back home. As we drove, my girlfriend ate her entire sandwich, commenting on how hungry she was and how excellent the sandwich was. Since I was driving, I only took 2 bites of my sandwich and left it on the center console of my car in the wrapper. Very dangerous to eat and drive on Baja highways. We stopped for gas and I got back in the car and drove away. A few minutes later, I was hungry as I hadn't eaten all day and I looked for my sandwich and it was gone.
No.
I was like, where did my sandwich go? My girlfriend said, oh, I threw it away as I thought it was trash. It was a really good sandwich. Chicken, bagel with pesto, and bagels are hard to get in Mexico. Am I the a-hole?
Sorry. Okay.
As I really wanted that sandwich. I thought about leaving her at the next corner and going back for my sandwich. Literally had to eat some stale peanuts as I was starving and there was nowhere else to get a replacement sandwich or any food as we're in a remote location in Baja. I just really wanted my goddamn sandwich. So hangry. Thanks for your feedback.
Okay, so I think he wrote this while still hangry, right? Like, because that's oh, uh-huh. He wanted to leave her and go back to the trash in Mexico. The Mexican trash sandwich is what you want. You're gonna. That was like, I know this is super hyperbolic, and he's definitely writing it as like a jokey hyperbole thing, but also like, sir, you definitely were fucking hangry.
Like, what? Well, you were getting gas. Why couldn't you, I don't know, grab some snacks? I'm sure they had snacks at the gas station.
Yeah, the whole like, there was nothing else to buy. I had to eat stale peanuts.
Right.
Okay, like you get about a Snickers.
I'm sure they
No,
have Snickers in Mexico.
probably. And you know
Yeah.
you're not yourself when you're hungry.
No.
Eat a Snickers. I
I
want a Snickers now.
am a huge, like, I'm a bitch, but I'm gonna say it when I'm hungry. I was gonna
Oh,
say
okay,
the
okay.
C word, but like, I probably shouldn't. But
Yeah.
yes, huge. Like, pretty much if I'm snappy at people, they just have to give me like some food and
Hmm.
then I'm happy.
Oh, okay. I don't think I get hangry. The only time I get legitimately hangry is when I want to eat
Mm.
and the person I'm with makes some other plan. That's
Oh,
when I get very annoyed. When I'm like, "Hey, I'm hungry. Like, where should we go eat? What should we grab? Can
yeah.
we stop here?" And then they're like, "Oh," and they're just kind of like non-committal, or we end up going somewhere else, and I'm just like, I thought the plan was we were eating.
I've never been scuba diving, but if I know I'm going to go do a physical activity, I
Hmm.
generally eat something for breakfast. But
I think isn't there still that whole like don't eat before swimming? Could
yeah,
that
but
be like
20
worrying about
minutes.
cramps?
But it's just like, 20, you could wake up a little bit earlier and eat some
I
food.
I guess they had bought it before.
Yeah, he
So
he
maybe he
he
just
bought
wasn't hungry at that
he bought
time.
it for breakfast, but didn't eat it as he was saving it for lunch, as it
Yeah.
was a long day scuba diving.
Yeah,
So he,
maybe they're semi not professional but like expert. Like maybe they do scuba diving a lot and he knows like at what's a better thing for him.
yeah,
Yeah, that's just a funny one. That's just I just feel bad for the sandwich. I want the sandwich now. I legitimately am like, "Hey, that's rough. Like you can't just go back. Clearly you were traveling, so you cannot experience this sandwich again. You can't just return."
so somebody said in the comments, there's no way in hell there was nowhere to get food, even rural Baja. There's a
Mm-hmm.
ton of small stores and fruit stands. He said Baja too many times for this not to be a humble brag.
Yeah, that's very much. I think it's just hyperbolic. Him just being like, this funny thing happened where his girlfriend threw out his sandwich, and he's just like, I'll write to Reddit about this young
Right?
lady, like just being hyperbolic.
How dare, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. If I was sitting beside my partner and he was driving
Mm-hmm.
and I'm eating a sandwich and he went to get gas and his giant bagel with
Yeah,
only
the
two
whole like
bites out of
it's
it.
got weight. Like you can tell that's not just garbage.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
Like
you pick it up, you're like, oh. there's still a sandwich here. Perhaps I'll wait and ask him, do you still want this? Otherwise, I'm throwing it out.
Yeah.
So I like part of it, it kind of seems just like everybody sucks, in my opinion. He sucks because, like,
He thought about leaving her on the side of the road over a sandwich.
right? Like,
I don't
you
know.
know,
I think this is just hyperbolic. Like, if this situation was real and the feelings he expressed were real, then, like, yeah, everybody sucks, but you're the asshole for thinking about leaving her. But I think he's just
right?
tongue in cheek, the whole thing. I don't think it's real.
Yeah.
I have a bad sandwich story recently.
Oh
Very
no.
disappointing. You
Aw.
know, those, God, Korean food at this point is just Western food. Like, Koreans just took over Western fast food and decided it's Korean food now, you know, like corn dogs, and they just
Oh,
Koreanized it.
I
Well,
love Korean corn dogs though.
yeah,
They're
they're
so
fucking
good.
delicious. I am
Yeah.
not complaining. And it's a
Yeah.
really convenient way for me to get Western food all over the place in living in Thailand, which is handy. So there's this Korean breakfast sandwich place nearby me that I can order from that's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And basically, they do it's kind of like Texas toast sandwiches with eggs and bacon inside, eggs, bacon, and cheese, or egg sausage, whatever. And the bottom, I was so frustrated because nowhere it just says eggs, bacon, cheese, and the thick bread toast.
Yeah.
And nowhere on there or on the photos or anywhere did it say that afterwards they would take a scoop of sauce and pour it over the whole sandwich.
Why?
I
That
aesthetics only.
that sounds terrible.
It was absolutely devastating. I was like so excited for like a breakfast sandwich. It looked really good. The reviews were good. I was like, sweet, it's just bacon, eggs, cheese, like
Yeah.
very soft bread. And it comes as like, you know, a little half, like those little burger sheaths of cardboard. So it's like halfway in and you can just eat it.
Yeah.
And then inside of paper in that little sheath and then in the bag. And then they just pour sauce all over it. It reminds me of how at Five Guys they scoop your fries into the container, put it in the bag, then scoop fries in the bag. That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
the
yeah.
sauce pouring felt like.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just coated and soaked to the degree that I was like, I don't know how to pick this up, let alone eat it. And it's a thick sandwich because it's two pieces of thick Texas toast. So it's like this fucking thick and covered in sauce. And I was like,
No.
I can't, like, I would need plastic gloves to pick this up and eat it without making a giant mess. And of course, the sauce is spicy because it's Thailand.
Can you ask for no sauce?
I did next time I ordered.
No sauce. That's
Yeah. I ordered again with no sauce, but I was so disappointed because it's like all I ordered was this and a thing of waffle fries, which they had, which I'm like, ooh, waffle fries.
yeah.
And it's like, this is my meal.
I can't eat
Why?
it.
Yeah.
Right?
So I
Or
took, because they had poured it over top when it was clearly already packaged, I was able to take a bunch of paper towels and scoop with paper towel, like pull and scoop the sauce off. Because it wasn't in the sandwich at all. It was poured over top of it. So it took me like 4 paper towels to scoop. That's how much sauce was just around this sandwich to scoop it
ew.
all off.
That
And
sounds
then another
terrible.
one to like dry it off, and I was able to eat the sandwich. But yeah, I really hate it when restaurants do things specifically for aesthetics so that people can take a cool photo and it's like, look at this weird saucy sandwich, haha, Instagram. And it's like, okay, but in practice, this is impossible to eat.
Yeah, it's one thing if you're like, okay, we have this awesome sauce. Here's a container with a lid. You can dip it. You
Especially
know.
for delivery. Why wouldn't you send that on the side? So I'm just saying, like, I can relate to this man. I also have bad sandwich experiences, and it can be very devastating to lose a sandwich. I am
Really is.
hungry.
Now I'm just thinking about sandwiches.
I sent you the fancy breads.
Yes, you did. I saw that the pumpkin bread.
I'm very excited for the pumpkin bread.
And it's funny that it says pumpkin, but the picture in the corner is a
It's a
squash.
squash. That's the pumpkin here. Yeah. They don't know the word squash. Okay, to the serious stories, away from the sandwich man.
All right. Okay. Am I the a-hole for telling my best friend's fiance the real reason she suddenly broke off our friendship of 10 years?
I already think not the asshole. Immediate judgment, not the asshole, because I always think telling the truth, you're probably not the asshole if there was some secret that, you know, you're
Right?
not obligated to hide the secret for them.
It's always the a shoot the messenger kind of thing. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
you said this. I'm going to be mad at you now even though I'm the one that did it." How dare
Yeah,
you?
exactly. Maybe we'll eat those words maybe after reading this story, but that's my initial thought. Okay,
All right.
continue.
So I, 21 female, was best friends with Lila, 24 female, for over a decade. We went through everything together: breakups, job losses, family drama, you name it. We were ride or die, or so I thought. About,
Wait.
oh, yes,
Over a decade, and she's 21, and the other girl's 24, and they
yeah,
were best friends for over a decade.
yeah. So
That's a little weird to me.
11 and 14.
Over, so probably 10 and 13. As
Yeah.
a 13-year-old, I cannot imagine my best friend having been a 10-year-old, because to me that is like a little baby child.
Like,
13 is like puberty, and I wanted to fuck at 13.
the only thing I could think of is like their moms were best friends.
Oh,
That's the only
maybe they
thing.
became close later. It still doesn't track to me.
No, that's fair.
No,
Yeah.
because I was a lonely kid who had friends for a very short time when I was like 10 and they were 8. But
Yeah.
that was only because we were neighbors, and it was like a short, like, oh, we were neighbors, so we would go and hang out. But it felt like I was hanging out with a little kid.
Yeah. Like my mom was friends with somebody who had two girls that were younger than me, but
Mm-hmm.
my brain, they were super mean to me all the time. And my mom's just like, "Here, go
Fun.
hang out with them." And I'm like, "No, they're mean." And she's like, "Well, I want to go
How
hang
much
out with my
younger?
friend." Sorry?
How much younger than you?
Uh, I'm going to go 2 to 4 years.
Yeah. So same age gap as this.
Yeah. One was 2 years
I
and 4. Yeah.
10 and 13. So 13 is what, grade 7, 8,
Yeah,
and
somewhere in
10 is
there.
grade 5.
Yeah.
Like, to put it in perspective,
Yeah.
that's like grade 8 to grade 5.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, as a grade 8 kid who I thought I was an adult,
Right?
to a grade 5 child? Like, even the size difference is astronomical.
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm a,
Okay, anyway,
yeah. I'm assuming neighbors or their moms are really good friends.
something. Maybe she'll explain.
Yeah. About 4 months ago, she randomly ghosted me. No fight, no explanation, just slowly stopped replying, then blocked me on everything. I was heartbroken and confused, but tried to respect her space. Fast forward to last week, her fiance, 36 male, so she's 20.
Mm-hmm. Wrong time to take a drink of coffee. Okay.
Okay, so her fiance is 36 male, and she's 24 female.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
His name is Jake. Finds me on Facebook and messages me asking if I know why Lila's been off lately and distant with everyone. I was hesitant, but I told him, I think it might be because I found out she was cheating on you and I didn't keep it to myself. There's more. A couple of months before she ghosted me, I ran into her making out with a guy who wasn't Jake. I confronted her about it. She begged me not to tell him and swore it was a one-time thing. I said I wouldn't say anything if she came clean herself. I guess instead of
Okay.
doing that, she just cut me off to protect the secret. Now Jake is freaking out and apparently questioning the whole engagement. I didn't mean to ruin anything, but I also don't want to lie. My other friends say I betrayed Lila's trust, even if she was in the wrong. So Reddit, for telling her fiance the truth after she ghosted. Oh, am I the asshole for telling her fiance the truth about her ghosting me to protect her secret?
Not the asshole.
No, definitely
Fuck
not.
that.
definitely
And the
not.
friends being like, you betrayed her. No, she betrayed you. She
Right?
betrayed 10 years of best friendship by just cutting you off completely.
Like, that's the
What?
one thing I never understand about hearing stories. It's just you say something to somebody who's supposed to be your friend, and they said, I'm with you forever, doesn't matter what you say, blah, 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 blah. And then you catch them doing something that is wrong. I'm sorry, but people don't need to cheat. If you don't want to be with your partner anymore, just be like, hey, I'm not feeling it anymore. Like, you don't need to cheat.
Yeah.
You like it's you,
And caught her making out.
yeah.
Where?
All it says is I ran into her making out with a guy. She does not post any comments about it.
If you ran into her heavily drunk at a club making out with somebody on a couch and she tried to say it was a one time thing, like maybe. It's still cheating, but maybe that was a one time thing. If you ran into her at like a coffee shop or the park in the daytime, that ain't no one time thing, that's an affair,
Right?
right? Like that's different. But regardless of that, you are not the asshole. She betrayed you. Fuck that bitch.
Right? Like, no, I'm sorry. That's not a. Just because you got caught doing something bad doesn't mean you blame other people and stop being their friend.
Yeah. Um, I'm not a fan of age gap relationships to that degree, even though at that age I was also in one, like to that degree or a little bit more. Now I'm like, I'm glad it's over anyway for both of their sakes, because
Yeah.
obviously she can't be trusted, and I don't trust a 36-year-old guy with a 24-year-old.
First of all, that is 12 years. You're 12 years old when she was born.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
they definitely would have not, just gotten together. They're engaged. So they've been dating probably since she was like 22 and he was 34. Like, imagine dating a 22-year-old.
No,
You can't even be friends with the 22-year-old.
I can't I have a huge thing about a human's brain is not emotionally developed until at least 25. Like your
Yeah.
brain isn't physically formed. There should be definitely, like my opinion, there should be a lot in between, your 0 to 18 or 0 to 19 when you're a child, and then your 18 to 25 where it's like a different law. So it's not, if you do something bad, you don't get the full adult punishment,
Ah.
right?
Oh, like how we've got juvie.
Yes. So there
You
should be
think there should
something
be like a different system of like,
in
I think it should
between.
depend on the crime, but I understand there should be like a forgiveness aspect.
Yeah, and then it's the same
Yeah.
thing. It's like if you see somebody dating, I'm sorry, a 36-year-old man dating somebody who is 20, engaged to be married to somebody who's 24, she's not mentally, like, that's why she's cheating.
Yeah.
She's in a different stage of life. She probably wants to go out dancing. She wants to go hang with friends, listen to music, party. And he's probably in that stage where he's like, I worked all day. I just want to stay home, maybe do stuff on the weekend. Like,
Maybe she's dating him for money, which could be real. And in that case, she wants something on the side for actual attraction. That could also be it. You don't
yeah,
know.
no,
Like, not excusing her behavior, but it's just the reality of it. Like, when you have an age gap like that, you cannot expect a healthy relationship. You can't. Not saying they don't exist.
no.
In a very, very, very minute amount of relationships that can be possible, but just be prepared for the worst. If you enter into a dramatic age gap relationship, just be prepared for the worst.
Well, I also think, like, as both partners are older, like if it's somebody who's, let's say, 34 and he's 46, that's closer in
Yeah.
mental brain, that's closer
Yes.
in stages of life. But in their young, like, early to mid 20s, she's nowhere near emotionally or mentally mature for you, sir. Like, she's not.
Do you remember much of the movie Big Fish?
Then I have to
Ewan
Google.
McGregor? Very beautiful movie. Beautiful movie. Very sad, but uplifting.
Movie? Sad but uplifting. Oh, Tim Burton. I don't think I've watched this.
Oh, you should. It's beautiful.
Hmm.
And Ewan McGregor is a treasure.
Oh, I love you and McGregor. He's just
Yeah.
amazing, though.
I went to that movie in theaters like when it came out. My dad and I were in West Edmonton Mall. We had to kill time, and we are like, "Yeah, let's go see this movie." And I remember like at that the year it came out, I was young, right? And so it had an impact on me, and it's really beautiful. And
Yeah.
so I've only seen it once, but I remember an like a lot of that movie. And there's a bit of a thing in it where this girl, like he's around what 18 or 20 years old, and this little like 10-year-old girl has a crush on him,
Hmm.
and he's like, "Oh, you're so cute," kind of a
Yeah.
thing. And she talks about how she's like, "Well, yeah, now I'm 10 and you're 20, and that's a lot, but in 10 years I'll be 20 and you'll be 30, and that's still a lot, but then I'll be 30 and you'll be 40, and that's not that much, and then
Yeah.
I'll be 40 and you'll be 50, and that's almost nothing at all," like
Yeah.
kind of a thing she goes through, and it's true.
Mm-hmm. No, it is. Like, as people get older, they get more mature, they understand more about themselves, and they're more confident in their abilities and what
Mm-hmm.
they can bring to the table and stuff. Whereas, ah, I just can't with these old dudes that are just like, oh, I just want somebody who's young and I can mold her brain into what I want her to be. And it's just like, no, no, go get a dog.
Yeah, that part of that's the problem is, they just don't see women as people.
No.
Like legitimately not. And they'll argue with it. They'll be like, of course we see women as people. It's like, but you don't see them the same as you see men. You see men as full people and
Yeah.
human beings of their own, and each one is their own person. And you don't see women like that. You think of them as moldable.
Right?
It's disgusting. And history will erase your kind from the planet. They will. It will.
We hope. At
It will.
one point.
Progress marches on. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. The step back is what we're in right now, and it feels horrible, but we will continue to move forward. At least women are still allowed to have credit cards and own land and have jobs.
Right? Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Yeah.
God. Okay. Am I the a-hole for asking my sister to stop correcting my autistic son's behavior during family gatherings? No, you are not. She's
Yeah,
bitch. Go away.
immediate. No, not the asshole. I should get paddles next time we do this. Not the asshole.
Right? Immediate. Do I, and then you could be like, oops, do I switch it?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like,
I could be like, oh,
my
oh,
bad.
yeah.
Okay. You could switch it while I'm reading.
Yeah, like a green and a red.
Right? Okay. I, 25 female, have a 7-year-old son, Jamie, who's autistic. Jamie has some sensory, yeah. Jamie has some sensory sensitivities and social quirks like flapping his hands when he's excited or overwhelmed, and sometimes needing to wear noise-canceling headphones in loud places. We've been,
Oh, that's fair.
right? We've been very open about his autism with the family, and they all try to be supportive. However, my sister, 28 female, has been acting differently lately. At every family event, she loudly corrects Jamie, telling him to stop flapping, to stop making certain noises, or to sit still like a normal kid. It's embarrassing and honestly hurts Jamie's feelings. She even once took his headphones off and says he needs to toughen up. I confronted her about it, explaining these behaviors help Jamie cope and that her comments make him anxious and less likely to want to participate in family time. She said she's just trying to help him fit in and that I'm being too sensitive. Am I the asshole for telling her to stop and ask her to respect Jamie's needs, or should I just let it go for the sake of family peace?
I'm sorry, no, your son is also your family. What do you mean for the sake of family peace? What about his peace? That's
Right?
your family. That's your responsibility.
Yep.
Your job is to protect his peace, not appease your fucking family. Oh, sorry. That made me so angry, that last sentence.
Right?
Like, you are not the asshole for standing up for your son. You would be the asshole if you stop. Like you just said you might.
Right? Well, especially the part where it's just like right now he's in that phase where depending on how his mom treats him around other people is going to either give him confidence in his life or it's going to,
Mhm.
like what happened to me
Destroying
where
it.
it literally crushed you and it makes you hide everything because it's like, oh, that's weird. I can't do that. Oh, that's weird. I can't do that either. Nope. Stop doing all the
Yeah.
things. You're weird.
I I can yes, that last sentence triggered me so much that I lost every other thought I had about it because I was just
Oh
like, or for the sake of family peace,
no. Right?
fuck you. Stand up for your kid. But I gotta claw myself back.
Yeah.
Gotta claw myself back.
Yeah.
I can understand where the sister is coming from a point of caring. I can empathize with her being like, the real world is harsh. This kid is gonna go into rough spots, and we want to teach him to roll with more of reality. I understand that. But he will be better equipped to do that if his home life and his family give him the confidence in himself, right? He will feel like he can handle the shit and stand up for himself and not just be steamrolled,
Yeah.
right? Having a supportive family and supportive parents, it does way more for a kid's ability to handle shit and roll with the punches than beating them down does. That just makes them compliant and depressed.
Right? And that's what ended up happening with so many kids. It's just like, oh, can't be weird, can't be unique. I have to follow like everybody else and do the exact same thing. And now
Mm-hmm.
you have all these people being like, "Oh my god, I was on the spectrum the entire time and I have no idea. And I'm 40 now." And it's like, yep.
And I think a lot of normal people get hung up on that like weird or unique thing. And they're like, yeah, none of us get to be weird. It's like, okay, but what you consider weird is a choice.
Yep.
What this person is acting out as weird for you is a compulsion.
Mm-hmm.
That is not the same.
Nope.
You think you just choose not to do the things they are doing, but they have a compulsion to do that they cannot control.
Yep.
That is not the same.
Nope. I have this conversation a lot with my partner
Hmm.
because they are neurotypical. I'll be doing something, and I'll just start singing my words,
Yeah.
you know, or we'll be watching a movie and then I have to do,
Stim.
I have to do things with my hands. My
Yeah.
hands have to like, wee. And he's just like, could you stop that? And I'm just like, autism. No.
Hmm. Yep.
I'm like, I can't. I'm so like, I'm not going to apologize for it. I was like,
Hmm.
autism. I had an autistic breakdown the other day. It was just one of those days where I, I ate breakfast, but I was so busy at work
Hmm.
I didn't get lunch. So I didn't get lunch, and the car was 38
Someone
degrees.
threw out your sandwich
No, I forgot to grab it from the freezer. Um,
from the garbage.
right? And the car was 38 degrees, so I was so worried about Lennox, like in the
Hmm.
car, and it was just terrible. And so he's like, "Can you stop at Dairy Queen and get like, I'll send you some money and we can get burgers and ice cream and stuff." And I was like, "Okay, fine." And this has never happened, but I always get a banana split because I love banana splits. And
They're delicious. Yeah.
there, and the goo from the banana split was flowing over onto the bag. So I grabbed Lennox and I grabbed my keys and I grabbed the drinks and I grabbed the food and then I grabbed the bag that had the banana split and it was just pooling down and it was
Oh.
all in my arms and all down my hands. So I'm like had to carry this all upstairs and between the
Yeah.
lack of food and then the sticky and Lennox was spinning, you know how he spins around me like an idiot when
Yep.
he's on his leash. I just I just broke.
Yeah.
I came in and I threw everything up and I washed my hands and I was like, I can't talk right now. I'm having a mental breakdown. Don't talk to me. And then we just sat and watched a movie and I ate my food and then I was like, thank you for not talking.
Hmm.
Thank you for not touching me. Because he touched me at first when I came in and I was just like, that was it. Like the second somebody touched me while I was going through all this, like,
You had the very 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 negative stimulation of this,
yeah,
And then any extra stimulation on that is going to feel like you're already holding it together because you're like, nah, I can't handle this. And then when he touches you, it's like bang, like a fucking gunshot, right?
Yep, it was
Yeah.
it was really bad, and I was like, I can't, you can't stop. I'm like, no, and I sat down and I ate, and then he opened my drink for me, and I was just like, thank you.
Hey,
I know, I was
good boy.
just like, thank you. So I've yeah,
Good boy. Like he's not a dog, but you know what I
no,
mean. Good guy.
but he's just
Good
like,
guy
yeah,
behavior.
he understood, and I was like, thanks. That
Hmm.
sometimes you just
Why
need to
why
like,
did he understand that, but not he doesn't understand stimming. I maybe he only understands negative
I
emotions.
I think that's yeah, I think that's what it is he doesn't understand that I'm like, I need to like I'm happy. And when I'm happy, I sing. Or when I'm happy, I dance. Or when I'm happy, I do things. And he's
Yeah.
just like, stop it. And I'm like, but I don't want to stop
But
it. I'm happy.
you need to
Yeah.
physically express that energy, or else you can start to feel like
Oh,
shaky, right? Like that, like you like
I, yeah, I get like
yeah,
super anxious. And then
yeah.
it brings me back to when I was younger. And it's like, don't do that. That's bad. Now we're going to punish you
Mhm,
because you're being annoying. And then it brings you
mhm.
back to all that negative stuff. So it's like, no, I need to stim. I need to do things.
Yeah. You need to expel the energy out of you somehow into a movement of
Yeah.
some kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what this his handshaking is, right? Because
Oh,
they said he does it
100%.
both for happy and overstimulated. So
Yeah.
it's literally just him being like he cannot handle the energy and he's just like, ah, shake it out,
I need to shake it
get
out.
it out.
It's kind of
So
like jazz
because
hands, you
if
know?
he represses that, he's going to explode.
Yeah.
And
No.
that's another thing I think normal people like this aunt don't understand is that if you force him to, you are going to see him have a meltdown, which he's probably never seen because he has a supportive mom.
Right?
She probably has no fucking idea what a 7-year-old autistic meltdown is like, because that is something.
I remember when I forget, it was either like church school or it was I
Yeah.
forget which one it was, but they were so annoyed with my hand. They made me sit on my hands to talk.
Oh, school. I saw normal school do that to a few kids.
Yeah. They're just like
Mhm.
I hate it. I was just like, but I just talk. And they're just like, no,
Yeah.
you can't. No talking. You have to sit like this and then talk about the thing. And
They just they don't get it, and like this kid is 7. Like that's a small fucking child.
yeah,
Grade 1.
the fact that his mom like understands everything and understands that, oh, it's too loud in here. Here's your headphones. Like so
Yeah.
many. It's that's
She's
amazing.
giving him the tools that he's going to be able to use when he gets older to help integrate into society, where he's like, okay,
Yep.
otherwise he will end up outbursting and that will drive people away way more. Like
Mm-hmm.
this woman doesn't understand what an outburst and a meltdown looks like. She
No.
doesn't understand.
No.
Him being a little bit weird and shaking his hands or wearing noise canceling headphones, he will still be able to have friends. He'll still
Mm-hmm.
be able to date people. He'll still be able to integrate with school and society with that.
Yep.
Because there will be that other group of a little bit weird kids who are like, ah, that's fine. Like, you know how to deal with your shit. That's
Yep.
great. Then you can come be with us and da da da. But if he has one meltdown or outburst
Yep.
in school in front of people, he will lose his ability to have friends, ability to date, everything. That's gone.
No. The strong family base, the strong foundation he gets now is going to be so much better. And no, man, like if you decide to follow what your sister says for the peace of the family, then you're literally setting him up for failure. That's
Piece of the family. Oh, I hate that.
right.
Your child is your family. You stand up for your
Literally.
child. And you can understand where that sister is coming from. Like, I can,
Hmm?
but that's not real life. That's not how this actually works. Like, it sounds like this kid is pretty far on the spectrum. To already have an autism diagnosis at 7 years old means, like, okay, he is very visibly autistic because
Yeah.
it's hard to get that diagnosis for little kids. It's difficult. They sought that out right away. So it's not like tough love is not going to work in that situation.
No.
That might work on somebody who has a milder form of autism, in that not work into benefit of the autistic person, but work in the form of making them compliant.
Yeah.
But if this is somebody with a more strong form of autism,
Yeah.
they will just explode and it's going to be bad.
Oh, one comment says, ask her if she takes away wheelchairs because people can walk if they just try hard enough.
Just not trying hard enough.
Yeah.
Grow your legs back, double amputee. Bitch.
But I mean, even when I go grocery shopping, I have to always go to I know there's one that's always quiet. There's never a lot of people there. I always go when it's like chill. I had to go to Superstore with my mother when she was here.
I hate Superstore.
I hated it so, but she's like, she has a Superstore card, like the credit card and the
Yeah, yeah,
points
yeah.
and stuff like that, right? So we went there and I was so overstimulated. I had my earbuds in, no music, just trying to like mute everything.
Yeah.
And she kept asking me so many questions that I literally paused and I was like, I am currently about to have a meltdown. You cannot ask me anything anymore. You cannot talk to me. You can't. And then she's like, okay. And then we did the thing. And then once we left, I was able to calm down and I can't go to big places like that. It's, oof.
Superstore is the worst.
Oh,
It's the worst. It really is. The people who shop there are, I don't know how it attracts the most oblivious human beings who'll block the whole aisles or walk out in front of.
So bad. So I don't go there. I literally go to the Safeway that's just over here. It's
Yeah.
a little bit more expensive, but I don't have meltdowns. So,
Yeah, I just have a thing about Superstore, and it's the people. I don't like also the stores that are a little too clinical.
mm,
I feel like Safeway uses a little bit warmer lighting and a little bit warmer colors inside.
yeah,
And so it usually gives me this more like a little bit warmer feeling. But Superstore, Sobeys, the ones that use the extreme fluorescence
yeah,
and just like the really glaring, maybe it's because I have sensitive eyes. I don't like a lot of light
yeah.
and they're
Agree.
just too bright. I get really like, I don't like it in here.
Well, do you remember in school they always had those crazy bar fluorescent lights, whatever they were,
Yeah.
up in the ceiling, and I would always get like super bad headaches just from that
Mm.
specific lighting.
I got bad headaches in school because I dehydrated myself very bad all the time. I
Oh,
get headaches, but
fair.
yeah, I don't. I just Superstore is the worst one just because I have never shopped in a place with more oblivious people. Superstore is cheap though, so I don't mind going for like the household stuff
Mm,
because those sections are never that busy.
yeah.
Or the clothing, the cheap clothing there is pretty good. The like necessities,
Mm,
but the food area, you'd have to pay me to shop because I don't understand.
right?
I just don't understand how people are so oblivious to everyone around them when you need to go through an aisle and somebody's in the middle of it just standing there with their cart across the aisle like crossways and they see you and they don't move and you're like pushing your cart like excuse me,
Right?
what are you doing? And there's people everywhere. It's not like you're the only one they're blocking. I don't.
No. Like
Why is that only a Superstore thing?
Costco is really like there's so many.
I don't shop at Costco.
No,
Well, now there is none, but yeah, I didn't shop at Costco
no,
ever.
I refuse to buy a Costco membership. I know, you should always do it. I don't think you should have to pay to shop somewhere. One,
Yeah.
but I would when I was doing Instacart, I got a lot of DoorDash or Instacart orders for Costco. I would get
How does that work with the membership?
you just show them the order and
Oh, okay.
it's like in the order the membership is there. So you're
Yeah.
just like, here's the order, and then they have a little barcode that the lady will scan when you're checking out, and then it links
Mm-hmm.
to that. Yeah. So I did that a few times and I hated it every time I went there.
Yeah.
So
Just it gets too busy. Costco gets so busy. And if you're doing Instacart, you don't get a choice on when you can go.
nope.
So it's just like, ha, go at the busiest time. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Go.
Go try
Go,
to
grocery slave.
go try to find parking. Go
Oh,
like
the parking. Oh, no.
no. It's Like I get so overstimulated, so I'm just like, no, I'm not doing
No.
that. I'm good. Thank you.
I used to go to the Costco in Edmonton, way up in the northeast corner.
Okay,
There's
sure.
a PetSmart and a Costco there.
Okay.
I've never had a Costco membership. I've never shopped there, but I
Mm,
used to go there for food because that one, because of the PetSmart, I would just park at the PetSmart and
yeah.
walk into the Costco. I was not trying to get the Costco parking. Like, fuck that. But then I would go buy like the buckets of chicken wings for like $20 for like a KFC sized bucket of chicken
Oh,
wings.
and you could get the food without having the card?
Yeah, you can go into the food area.
Oh,
Yeah,
neat.
you walk in the door and then just turn and go through the food area. You don't need the card to buy food at Costco. So, if you're nearby a Costco and it's not too busy, you can go and buy the $1.50 hot dog that's like a fucking meal. It's
That's
a
what
great way to save money.
that's what I did when I was doing Instacart because I was like, oh, I'm already in. And then I buy the food, buy the person's order, and then I would stop and I would get like a hot dog because it's
Mm-hmm.
so cheap. It's so good.
So cheap.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, you can do that with no membership. So if you ever want Costco food, go ahead.
uh, one person says, I'm autistic with audio processing difficulties. Everything is loud, but I can't hear you.
I can relate to that.
Yeah. There's actually something, I forget what it's called, but it's literally part of the spectrum of ADHD or autism where somebody will say something and your ears hear it.
Delayed processing.
Yeah, but your brain
Yeah.
can't process it at all. It just is like,
Oh, okay.
and then you're like, can you
That's
repeat
really fun.
yourself? Yeah, it's like, and it's
Yep.
just, it won't process it. And it's just, that's why a lot of people need subtitles too when they're watching movies and things, is no matter how hard you listen to the thing, it's just not coming through. So,
I I have a little bit of that, I think. I always just tell people I'm fucking deaf because
yeah.
it's easier to just explain it to people instead of being like, I have a auditory processing, which is auditory processing disorder is what you're describing. And I've got it's like just a very little bit, but I prefer to always have subtitles because the I have the ADHD where if I miss a single word, I feel like I've missed something important in the plot and I have to
Right.
return.
Yeah.
So if I've got subtitles, I can watch the whole thing. Because if I watch some without subtitles, you'll see me be like, what was that exact word? What was that exact word? Like going back
Yes.
over and over.
Um,
It's the same when I've stopped this now. This was a really difficult habit of mine. I used to have an issue with online shopping where I had to see every single page of whatever thing I was searching for, of all of the items, just
oh,
in case the perfect one was on the next page and I missed it by ordering something from the first page.
fair, fair.
And I remember maybe around 10 years ago or more than 10 years ago, I was ordering a lot from like AliExpress.
Yeah.
And I remember ordering shoes and going through 3,000 pages of shoes. And I had that tick in my mind that was like, but the perfect shoes might be on the next page. The perfect shoes might be on the next page. I had to see every single page.
Wow.
Yeah. It
That's
just
crazy.
felt like I couldn't make the right decision about what to order unless I did that.
Yeah.
And I had to train myself to let that go and be like, the best results are on the first few pages. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah. That's fair. The most ordered things or the most saved things
Yeah.
are always on the first pages anyway. But
But
that's,
back in the day, this was fed into when online shopping was a little bit new because the algorithms weren't that good.
yeah.
So you would find a gem on like page 100. You'd be like, these are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah, it really like fed into that, like, oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. That's part of the reason why I love yet hate Christopher Nolan movies
Okay.
for the auditory thing. Uh, because he said sometimes when you're watching his movies, you can't hear what the people are saying because the music or the sound effects are too loud. You can see the person saying something, but you can't really catch what they're saying. And he says it's
Okay.
done on purpose because you're supposed to be feeling the emotions of the scene, and what the people are saying is moot. It's like it doesn't matter what the person is saying, it doesn't push the story forward. But if I'm missing what they're saying, I think same as you, like, but I missed an important part of the story. Like, I need to know what they're
Yeah.
saying. That's why you shot them with us, that person looking at the camera or the camera looking at them and being like, their mouth is moving, but we can't hear them. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's for story. That's for the element of the movie. And it,
Subtitles save me from that.
yeah, except for if you go
I
to
don't
the
have to deal with
theater,
your stupid game.
like when I,
Yeah, in the theater. That yeah.
yeah, like when I watched Oppenheimer in the theater, I was like, what are they saying?
I haven't seen Oppenheimer.
So good.
I just don't watch movies anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't. It's the thing. Um, in the theater, I don't get the same tick because I have no control. I guess it's not a tick, but compulsion to like, I missed that. I have to hear it
Yeah.
because I know I have no control. So I'm able to just be like, ah, can't rewind. But like, I just live in the moment of being in the theater pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
But when I have the control to rewind, I feel like I need to catch everything.
Yep.
And now that we watch things in two different languages,
Yep.
that's a very interesting new set of problems because we are we watched the whole Thai show,
Yep.
which we watched in Thai language. I showed him the whole thing through the whole thing, Thai language with English subtitles,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is by far preferable when because when we watch things on Netflix with Thai subtitles in English language, that means that when a scene is in a different language and it needs English subtitles, they only put the Thai ones. So we watched a movie. We watched The Meg 2. I
Okay.
think I messaged you to
Yeah.
be like, this is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. And that's saying a lot.
Fair. Fair.
And a lot of that is in Chinese. Like a lot of the movie is in
Oh
Chinese. Like the first one.
no.
It's very, very clear they had an agreement with China in order to get Chinese distribution. And part of the things Hollywood has to do with those agreements usually is put on a main build Chinese actor on the cast
Mm-hmm.
and do a ton of the lines in Chinese.
Yeah.
And so there's like a main build Chinese actor who you can tell must be famous in China because the way he's treated is like a Hollywood star. Like his plot armor is like Hollywood star plot armor, right?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, he's definitely a big deal in China. And then a ton of it is just in Chinese. And then it's just Thai subtitles. And I had to just like look at my boyfriend and be like, I don't know what's happening. And he's like, it doesn't matter. It's a stupid movie. There's no, like, you think you're missing plot in the Meg 2? And I'm like,
Fair.
yes.
But also, I'm getting so mad at stuff like that. There's so many movies that we've been watching lately where, so they do this thing where it's like, you know, English and then it switches over to German or it switches over to Asian, like some type of language, but they don't put subtitles for for that language on the screen. So they're just kind of like, they're just talking, but you have no idea what they're
If you
saying.
have subtitles turned on, it will do that.
No.
It'll delete the subtitle. No, it'll delete the subtitles from the section that is normally subtitled.
See, a lot of the times it overlays on itself. So a lot of movies, it'll be like the subtitles, and then it'll put the ones on top of it. It's like speaking in some language, and then you have it, right? But
it used to do that.
Yeah.
Now I've noticed it's like Netflix's stupid fucking algo for subtitles. It just doesn't I know because I always just have English subtitles on, and then it would be like suddenly there'd be no they're speaking another language and there's nothing.
Yep.
But I would turn off subtitles and then the auto, like the normal subtitle. I'm like, why is this a thing?
That shouldn't be a thing.
It shouldn't, but it's their algorithm. When you turn on subtitles, it deletes the subtitles. It's exactly the same thing that's happening with the Thai versus Chinese. Like if I watched it normally with no subtitles, it'll have English subtitles for the Chinese, but that gets deleted and replaced with just the Thai. So it's their algorithm is like, oh, we don't want to confuse people with two languages. So if someone is watching in subtitles, they assume you're watching in a different language. So they just use that language subtitles. And there's this stupid fucking glitch, I guess, that happens where then if you're subtitling in the same language, it does the same, like, we don't, but now they're just gone. They're gone. You're like,
why? I hate it so much. It makes me so mad. And then like it goes on for scenes at a time, or then it'll just be like, here's it for a bit, and then it comes back, and you're like, okay, I'm completely out of the movie now. I have no idea what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's a new trend with movies these days, I've noticed, where before, I don't know, before 20 years ago, if you had another language in a movie, it would be like a quick, like, oh, da, 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 and done. Like, a, just as flavor to be like, look, this person speaks this language
yep,
or doesn't speak this language, flavor only. And now they're doing whole scenes in other languages, and that's more normal to just have like a whole ass dialogue thing in another language.
which I love. Like, I watch K-dramas all the time. I watch anime in Japanese all the time. It's just I need to know what's going on, and no
Get
one's
fucking subtitles.
telling me. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to,
Next time it happens, try just turning off subtitles and restarting that scene and see if
yeah.
it gives you subtitles for that scene. It's annoying, but like try.
I mean, it's better than me just getting annoyed and just like, I'm done with this movie.
The amount of Chinese in the Meg 2 and the length of time it went on for, because at first I was like, oh, maybe it's just a couple lines and they'll come back. And then it's like, this is a 5-minute scene in Chinese. And after a minute, you're like, and I'm just watching Thai subtitles go across the screen, and I just slowly turn and look at him, and I'm like, it's just Chinese.
Yeah.
And then he kind of laughs because he doesn't even notice until I say that. He's like, oh, well, yeah, like, you're fucked.
Yeah. But because he's more focused on like he is hearing the words, but it's more like reading and watching versus like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, he can't understand Chinese, but he's just reading Thai. Like,
Yeah.
he's just listening to blah, background noise and reading.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's the worst movie I've ever seen by far. I got angry. I had to pause and walk away, and I was yelling. And he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was yelling at the computer. Uh, so I I understand that those movies are made to be stupid, and
Yes.
they try to take the piss out of themselves,
Yes.
right? And the first one, I was able to handle that. I'm like, it's like Sharknado. You don't walk into this thinking you're gonna get any sort of sensical shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I can deal with that and I can appreciate that. But when a movie straight up tells me
Yeah.
that the only reason that a human dies in pressure at the bottom of the ocean is because we've got air in our lungs. And all you need to do to survive for about 30 seconds to a minute at the bottom of the ocean is breathe in a bunch of water and then hold it. And then if you can get back into air and cough it up and breathe air, then you'll be fine.
No. No.
No,
No.
no, no.
If
And
that was true, the people in the Titan could have floated to the surface instead of imploding.
it
Just,
crushed a submersible. And you are telling me you think a human.
I'm sorry, carbon fiber, how thick it was, is, I'm pretty sure, stronger than a human body. We're just literally sacks of water covered in goo, like hardened goo. What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
I paused and I got up and I was like, no, that's wrong. And I was like mildly yelling at the computer, and I had to like walk into the other room and then just walk back and stand here like this for a bit. And I'm like, I need a minute.
I mean,
And he's just like, uh-huh.
even people that do free diving and they go super far down, they don't go all the way down to the ocean, like the bottom of the ocean floor.
No.
They
But
don't.
according to this movie, that's because they breathe air.
Oh,
That's because there's air in their lungs.
yes.
Of course, they can't go down to the bottom of the floor. They gotta expel all the air and breathe in water and then hold their breath for 30 seconds to a minute.
They have no breath to hold if they have water. They're
They just have to make sure it's only water inside the.
drown myself. That's great. Fantastic
Just
idea.
drown yourself for about a minute. You'll be fine. I cannot. I cannot. I was so. And you know what? If because Jason Statham's character, of course, is the one that did this, and he's got plot armor. And if they had tried to play it off as just this stupid thing where he said that, he's like, I'll be fine, I'll just do it like this, and then I'll be fine, and not justify it again with a secondary person justifying the reasoning and trying to make it sound scientific, I would have let it go. But then a secondary person tried to be like, well, of course, the only reason that, because, okay, Jason Statham's character doesn't explain what he's doing. He's just like, if I just breathe in some water and then hold my breath, like I should be able to do it for a while, blah, 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 and that's it. And then the secondary person gives the science explanation, is like, well, of course, the only problem that we can't survive at the bottom of the ocean is because there's air in our lungs. I mean, look at fish. Look at all these fish around. They're not being crushed into nothingness. So, of course, like, that's not what's going to happen to us. And the thing that frustrates me about that in this era of misinformation and idiocy that we live in is some fucking absolute mouth-breathing morons are going to have watched this and filed that away in their brain because it was presented and like given as like a sound scientific reasoning. And you can see how somebody that doesn't have any knowledge would be like, you're right, fish don't get crushed. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It must be the air in our lungs. Like, that some fucking idiot is going to believe that.
Yep.
And now we're going to have deep ocean truthers out there. Sorry, I'm so
bad. Like, oh my God. I can't.
So triggered by this.
That
was so sad.
Like, I'm sorry, if that was a thing, we would have explored the bottom of the ocean more. If humans could actually go to the bottom of the ocean, even in like a spacesuit that can hold the pressure of being crushed by all of that water.
The weight of it. Anyway, sorry, that was such a fucking off-topic tangent, but that movie pissed me off, and I don't remember how we write subtitles.
Yep.
Anyway, do you have another Reddit story?
I, the a-hole, for refusing to keep teaching my boyfriend basic life skills.
No, not the asshole. Done. Verdict.
There you go.
Continue.
Me, 23 female, and my boyfriend, 25 male, moved in together a few weeks ago. He's always lived at home with his parents, where his mom did literally everything for him. Laundry, cooking, cleaning, all of that. So when he moved in with me, he asked me to help him learn how to do things. At first, I thought it was kind of cute. I figured we'd start with cooking, since it's a basic life skill, and he does like food. I assume most men like food.
I would have started with laundry and cleaning, but okay.
Right? Okay. So every night while I cooked, he'd hang around the kitchen helping in small ways while I explained what I was doing, how to chop stuff, when to season things, and what to watch for on the stove. Then this week, I found a few super simple recipes, things he already liked, and told him to try cooking on his own. He tried for a bit, then suddenly didn't know how to cut stuff, or says it tastes better when you do it. And I ended up stepping in, like always. And it's not just cooking either. I've been doing most of the laundry, cleaning the bathroom, picking up after him, even reminding him to take the trash out. When I ask him to help, he gives me this look like he's never even heard of a vacuum cleaner before. Sometimes he'll start something, then get kind of stuck or confused, and just wait for me to finish it. And sometimes he just doesn't do it at all. Like he knows if he waits long enough, I'll just get annoyed and do it myself. I told him I didn't sign up to be his second mom and that he needs to let go of this whole I can't do it thing he pulls to get out of helping. I'm pretty sure it's weaponized incompetence at this point. Even if he doesn't call it that, it feels that's exactly what's happening. Because he's not incapable. So I don't think he understands how draining it is to constantly have to guide, encourage him through something. Like, I'm the only responsible one for noticing what needs to get done. It's not just chores. It's thinking about them, keeping track of them, following up, and feeling like I'm the bad guy when I ask for basic help. He got kind of upset after I said that and told me relationships are about helping each other and that maybe I could be a little nicer to him or something. But I don't get it. I've been helping so much already. I'm just really frustrated when I ask him to do the simplest things. And he's like, I don't know how, or you do it better. I told my mom, and she said I should be grateful he wants to learn at all. He thinks maybe I just don't want to help him understand or be more patient with him. But I don't think it's too much to expect a 25-year-old grown man to at least try to figure out how to do basic stuff without me holding his hand. Am I the asshole?
Relationships are about helping each other, he says.
Yes.
Each other,
Yes.
helping each other. Where the fuck is your 50%, sir?
So,
Not no, by helping each other, what you actually meant to say was about her helping you through everything.
sorry.
I always hate in these stories when they talk to an older relative and an older female relative is just like, you should be happy he even wants to. It's like, just because you come from a time where you had to drink yourself to death every night and take fucking Vicodin to be able to even handle your life doesn't mean that we now have to. Because now we're
Right?
fucking independent and we can choose to not deal with that.
No, my mom literally does everything for her partner, and she's in her 60s. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
why? Why?
when they grew up with a different time, but but he's 25. The whole time you were reading this, it reminded me of my ex-husband, but a little different, right?
Fair.
Because he also had no life skills when we got together.
Mm.
But rather than just that weaponized incompetence, because this is definitely weaponized incompetence, the way he's like, you do it. I don't know how to cut vegetables. You do it. It tastes better when you do it. It's better when you do it. That part is the weaponized incompetence.
So
And
I
also the part.
I do agree though. Food tastes better if somebody else cooks it for you.
Well, I think food just tastes better when the person knows how to cook. I agree with that.
Fair. Fair.
But the point was he has to learn.
Right.
You cannot learn without doing. So when it's like if I went to school for cooking, because that's what it is, she's doing a little cooking class, and then I was just like, but teacher, it tastes better when you make it, so you just make it. That's what he's doing.
So when I went to school in BC, we had the home economics class where everybody, all the boys, we all had to take cooking like classes and stuff like that. And
We
then
had 1 year of that too.
yeah. And it's just like, what? Do they not do that anymore in school? Do
It
they
doesn't
not?
say where she is,
No,
because
that's
I don't
true.
think in America that's normal.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so. I
Wow.
think that's like colonial schooling thing, not American schooling.
Oh,
So if she's in America, I don't think the men learn any cooking or sewing.
that's
But
insane.
yeah, that was actually a lot of people I've talked to,
Mm.
like in worldwide travels, think it's kind of weird that we learn that, like as a mandatory. It's not normal.
But everybody, like, obviously there should be more actual life skills like taxes and investing and stocks and stuff like that. But everybody should know how to do those things. Like, my mom was making us cook and making us do laundry as soon as we could touch the bottom of the washer. She's like, "Okay, you can help with laundry."
Yeah, I like that we did that the
Yeah,
year of home ec. I think it was useful. There's other aspects of it I wish we didn't do that I don't think was useful, but
fair.
that was cool, like learning like basic sewing and cooking and stuff and a couple of the recipes. But I mean, there's other like in Thai culture, no one cooks, and that's normal. Like if you cook, if you're good at cooking and you cook regularly, you probably own a restaurant or you have like a big family or something that you're cooking for, because it's cheaper to not cook. Unless you're
Oh,
growing and raising all your own food, it is cheaper to just go buy food.
crazy.
But regardless, the weaponized incompetence is that. It's not the fact that he doesn't know how to do these things, it's the fact that he is pretending to be willing to learn, but then
Yeah.
deciding that's too much work and passing the buck off back to you and being like, but you're better at it. Yeah, of course. I've been doing this. I know how. Of course I'm better. You are supposed to be learning. So
Yeah.
you have to do it.
Yeah.
And the look she describes him giving her, like he's never seen a vacuum when she asks him to do something, that's also the weaponized incompetence. It's the
Oh,
like, oh my God, like, oh, I don't know how to vacuum.
right? Like, I'm
That's
sorry,
a skill
sir.
that takes one time to learn. What do you mean?
You plug it in, you press the power button, and you go back and forth. It's not
Yeah, and
hard.
for her to be like, "Oh, I started with cooking," I'm like, "Oh, you started with the most difficult skill that a lot of people like can't master, even though they practice their whole lives." Like, okay, that's
Right?
weird. I would have started with cleaning, big time.
Well, generally,
Um,
what is it? My rule is for dinner, you have to either cook or you're doing the dishes.
yeah,
Like,
division of
flat out.
labor. Like, you
Yeah,
could have started him on being like, "Hey, I'll since you don't know how to cook, I'll start. You can watch me and help, and then you do the dishes and stuff
yeah,
after." Like, that could have been the division of labor for the cooking.
right?
But whatever, she chose what she chose. It is what it is. But this did remind me of my ex-husband because, like I said, he had no life skills when we moved in together.
Yeah.
Because he had the benefit of being like hot in Japan,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
He's like, for a Japanese man in Japan, he's like a fucking 10. Like, they love him there.
Mhm.
And for a Westerner, he's not, right? Like, he's attractive, but he's not attractive enough that women will take care of him. But in
Ah,
Japan, he was.
gotcha.
So he went from living with his family to always like living with a girlfriend who did everything.
Mhm.
He never had to pick up a fucking skill. He never picked up a spray bottle of cleaner. He never knew how to do his laundry. Nothing. So we move in together, and like, he's a disgusting man because he doesn't clean, because he's used to people just picking up after him everywhere.
Oh
And I had to teach him how to do laundry. I had to teach him how to run a dishwasher. I had to teach him how to actually clean with like cleaner, because he thought wiping things up or using water was enough. He just didn't understand this.
no.
And
Oh no.
when I would be like, you have to use cleaner to clean up the dog poop when the dog accidentally pooped in the house and not smear it around the whole floor with water, he would get angry because I should have been thankful that he just picked it up.
So I could
Even
step
though
in.
now I have to wash the entire floor because you've smeared dog shit everywhere.
So yeah, so I could step in dog poop later. Like, what? That's
Yeah.
no.
But his was not there's a difference. This is manipulative. What this guy's
Oh
doing
yeah.
is manipulative. Because he is asking her for help, but he doesn't really want help. He just wants to look like he's trying, like the good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll totally do half, but his plan is to not do shit,
Yep.
right? Versus my ex-husband, who just didn't understand how to take care of a house at all and just got angry that he had to do stuff.
I have to do
Like,
things? God.
it's like, what? Like, he just didn't understand. He didn't actually expect me to do them. He didn't understand that they needed to be done.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah, after we separated, we remained friends for a while. I'd say we're officially not friends now. I can't. Like, the more
Fair.
time went by, the more I'm like, wow, I feel so fucking manipulated and not really emotionally abused, but borderline emotionally abused through that relationship, right? It was
Fair.
not good. Um, so now I'm very like, okay, I don't want this person in my life as a friend anymore.
Yeah.
But we did remain friends for a while, and I went to his apartment that he had in Calgary. I think 2 times I visited him there, and it was disgusting. It was
Oh.
disgusting. Like, after we moved out of our place and I did all like clean, like the final cleaning and everything,
Yeah.
I tried to instill in him, like, when you live on your own, you cannot leave water sitting on the counter. You have to wipe, you have to wash the dish, you have to clean like better, you have to clean these areas. This
Yeah.
damages the counter. You are destroying like the place. It'll be taken out of your damage deposit. Like, we had hard water buildup all over our counters so bad I could not
What?
get it off, even with this. That's how bad. Because
Oh.
I would be gone for a month at a time for work.
Yeah.
And he would just let water pool all over the counter and leave it there constantly. And we had just, you know how hard the water is in Calgary? You know, you
No.
live there. Yeah. It like ate into the fucking countertops, the cement
My
countertops.
God.
Yeah. Couldn't get
No.
it off. hmm
No.
And he actually caught like left so much water and dirt and never cleaned his bathroom sink. Luckily we had 2 separate bathrooms. I had my own,
Yeah.
that it sealed shut, the sink in his bathroom.
What? How does it do that?
Yeah, like he managed to get the plug completely sealed in from just water buildup and whatever grime. Like it was broken. It needs to be replaced.
My God.
Yeah.
Eh. Ew.
Yeah. And so imagine how filthy his bath and shower was.
Eh.
And he doesn't use
Oh, of course not.
he doesn't own soap. He owns dish soap and shampoo, and that's it. He doesn't wash his hands when he uses the toilet, when he goes to the bathroom, ever. He doesn't wash his hands when he's cooking.
Ew.
Yeah, he's disgusting.
Ew.
Like, just disgusting. Yeah.
Especially if he was there for a month and he was emptying the cat litter and
No, he doesn't wash his hands after that. He does not. He rinses them with water.
okay, sir. I can tell he's never when I took medical classes at school, they were teaching us about, germs and blah blah blah, and you would put this special stuff on your hands, and then you would wash your hands, and then you would have to go under black light, and it would glow and show you all the parts that you've missed, because for like doctors and nurses and stuff, you have to do a very specialized, like, washing every part. I couldn't
Girl,
imagine
he
what
worked in a restaurant. He was the head chef, remember?
did they ever get like food poisoning complaints?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. Anyway, this reminded me of that just because it's the same level of lack of life skills. It's just different from somebody being mommied versus him being just like a little bit too hot, and he was a rock star for a bit in Japan. So he's just like, too cool for it, basically. Just never learned because no one ever asked him to.
I'm too cool
But
to wash my hands.
God, I am so thankful for my current partner. I am so thankful for my current partner.
It's terrible.
The best partner.
I couldn't imagine. Like, he doesn't wash. No, he uses he uses soap to wash dishes.
He uses dish soap to wash dishes.
Yeah.
That he washes so poorly that there's always food left on them.
Oh.
And he worked in a restaurant.
I don't understand how he even became a head chef. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, back to this girl. Dump him.
Flat out.
Yeah.
I have the opinion, if the person doesn't bring you peace, if you don't bring me peace, if I show up at home after a hard day of work and, stressed, and if that person doesn't bring me peace and calm me down and help me relax, and I just come home and I'm just anxious and agitated because everything is dirty and you're not helping and you're just sitting there staring at your phone, why are you here? What purpose do you have?
Yeah. So the problem to me is his attitude, right? It's not necessarily a lack of life skills, because it's like, okay, not technically your fault that your mom babied you and did everything for you. Not technically your fault. Your mom should have taught you these skills.
Yeah.
So that's fair. But it is the pretend willingness to learn, but not actually wanting to do it. Yeah. Because if you legitimately came in, like, some people are bad at cooking, okay? My boyfriend said he accidentally lit his friend's kitchen on fire once. And so since then I've been like, and he's like, every time I cook food, like, I can eat it because it doesn't matter, but it's not good. And I'm just like, okay, so once we have a real kitchen set up, I will cook because I like cooking. So that's fun. That's fine. I will not let you cook for me then. That's okay. Because he just doesn't have it in him. He doesn't have that thing that I have where I'm like, I can just smell things and add them together and figure it out, right? He's just like, I don't know, I just throw things in there and then it tastes bad. And I'm like, okay. I get that some people don't have that. So cooking's like a rough one to start with. But there should be a willingness, right? Like, if he's legitimately incompetent at cooking, but he's like, I want to get better, he should be enthusiastic.
Yes.
That's what it is. He should be enthusiastic.
Well, I mean, there's so many YouTube videos nowadays with so many different. You don't want to listen to a lady teach you how to cook. There's so many male YouTubers that have.
Well, if I wouldn't encourage that, like you should be okay with listening to a lady
Well,
too.
I
Like,
know, but sometimes they're just, I don't want to listen to a lady teach me how to cook. God.
then that's more of a red flag than not knowing how to cook. That would
Yeah.
be worse. But the thing is, he is listening to her. He's just pretending to.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he is listening and he's remembering, but then when it comes to actually doing it, he doesn't want to. He's like, this is work and I don't want to do this work. And so he's choosing not to. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Like, you have a personal, private little chef teaching you how to cook. And then when it comes to doing it, he's just like, no,
No.
you do it. You're better at it. Like, of course
Right.
she is. She has practice. You need to gain that. And even with the cleaning and stuff, like forgetting to take out the garbage and needing to be reminded, okay, I will give leeway if, again, you're apologetic and like, shit, sorry, I've never had to do that before. It's just not sinking into my brain as something to remember to do.
Yeah.
I'll go do it now. That would be different than like, no, I don't know how, don't want you do it.
Yep. No.
No. That's the problem. And she can have a discussion with him, but for her, I recommend at this point legitimately putting down like ultimatums can be rough, but they can also be useful. Like, I understand why some people hate them, but they have a time and a place. And
Yeah.
this feels like close to ultimatum territory. Like, ultimatum
Oh.
might be next step, but first step is like conversation of like, okay,
Mhm.
you need to pull 50% of the weight of this household,
Yeah.
or this relationship will not work.
Or you
Period.
do what I would do. I would just be like, okay, here's your options. Option one, actually pull your weight. Option two, I'm now going to put a monetary value on all of the chores.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I have to do that, you owe me money now. Taking out the
I like that.
trash, $20. Doing the dishes, $20. Just got $20 on everything. And then all of a sudden, now you owe me this much money. That's going to really suck. Or third, you don't like either of those options? There's the door.
Yeah.
Either help me,
That's more,
pay me,
yeah.
or get the fuck out.
I feel like I like that a lot. I like the money thing.
Right?
I feel like that would be step two. It sounds like she hasn't had the difficult conversation yet because
Yeah.
she's young and doesn't want to. So I think having like the more like mellow conversation first before coming at it with like, okay, this is it. Like, you can, if you want to salvage your relationship, you can give it a chance
Mhm.
by coming at him with like, this is not fair.
No.
You need to step up. You have to pull 50%. I need to see you trying or this relationship won't work. Like, give him a
Yeah.
chance if you want to. If you really want to break up, just fucking dump his ass.
Yeah. No.
And then after like 2 weeks, if he hasn't, then I would go to like okay, here's your options. Bitch, pay me because I'm your fucking maid now.
Yep.
Like some way to be like, okay, so are you going to cover 100% of the bills now and I'm going to be a housewife? Is that what you want? Because I don't want that. So,
And that's
like some sort of value.
that's pretty much what it is. It's just like, okay, because there are now housewives. I read 20 things, and they want to feel secure because obviously, if they're a housewife, they're not making any money. He's making all the money. They have none of their own. They have to, talk to him about getting it. So a lot of them are like, I want a monthly allowance for all the chores that I do, all the things that I do around the house. And I think that's 100% fair because she should have her own spending money.
It is more than a full-time job.
Oh, so much more
especially
than a
with
full-time
kids
job.
involved.
Once,
So much more.
like generally, it's probably like a part-time job if there's no children, no animals, right?
I agree with that.
But as soon as there's children involved, or even multiple, like dogs, not so much cats, because let's face it, they're like little roommates.
Yeah. Unless they're sickly cats and they need medical care. But with
But-
dogs involved, that goes up.
Oh, generally, if there's dogs involved or there's children involved, it's a lot. It becomes a full-time job. So it's just like, either pay me or I'm going to go get a job and now we can afford a maid or we both pitch in together.
Yep.
So figure your shit out, sir.
Yeah. The emotional labor thing. I think men just don't understand it. They still think that like it's like innately feminine or innately in women to do this, and it's not. It's literally a product of capitalism. It's a product of the last like 100 years of society max. Like, you think serfs and peasants, the women didn't work? The majority of human history has, like, the majority of people throughout human history have been poor or normal, like level people where both people work their asses off.
Yeah.
Fucking peasant woman from medieval Europe, sir, she won't kick your fucking ass.
Right?
You know how strong she is? She worked the fields.
Oh my
You
gosh.
think it's our nature? No.
Right? Like, I grew up on a farm. My dad was away working all the time. So it was basically my mom was a single mom, but we had a farm. So we had all of these animals, plus all this food she was growing, all these like fruit
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, vegetables she was growing, plus children and all this stuff. And it's just like, are you shitting me? And then he'd come back from his job and he's like, well, I'm tired. It's my days off. I don't want to work. I don't want to clean the house. And she's like, are you fucking shitting me? We have to do stuff. Like, yeah.
Most of my family that does farming, luckily the men go out and do a lot of the farming too. Like, it's just like, but I think they just don't spend a lot of time with their wives. But the
Fair.
wife still does all the house stuff and everything.
Yeah.
But I've noticed, like, even my dad worked a lot, so my mom took care of the house and she did the accounting for his business and bookkeeping and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, it never felt imbalanced and she never felt overwhelmed. And she
Good.
loved cooking, so she fucking loved that.
Yeah.
So I don't think my dad had any like, do this for me, do that for me attitude, right? I think if she had asked him, hey, like, can you go clean something? Can you do this? He'd have been like, okay, and just like gotten up and done it. There wouldn't have been any argument.
Yeah.
And then, you know, she just got me to do the dishes and stuff a lot. Like, once I was old enough to, it's just that.
Yeah.
But he also did all of the external stuff for the house. Like, that seemed to be like, so he did all the mowing and the snow blowing and like taking like anything outside was his stuff. So it felt, to me, it felt a lot more even.
Yeah.
Yeah. But later on, when she got a job, that definitely became less even, because once he sold his business and then my mom started working full time, she was still doing all of the cooking and cleaning in the house.
Yeah.
And that, like, but that by that point the children were grown, so it wasn't that much of an issue.
That's good.
Yeah, it's interesting. And now he has a maid because he doesn't want to take care of the whole house himself, so he just hires a maid, because why not? He can fucking afford it.
Right?
Yeah.
But also, like, you guys had a pretty decent sized house and it's just him in there now, isn't it? So, like, that's a lot for one person.
One of the issues is the dust.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you have a big house in the countryside, like, one person cleaning up all of that and working is a lot. Like, the dust gets to be a lot. And I think because he never did the cleaning before, he's more picky about it now that he has to do it. When my mom was doing it all the time, he was just like, yeah, it's fine. You know, she takes care of it. But now that he has to do it, he's like, there's dust everywhere in this house and I can't get rid of all the dust. And I'm like, yeah, because mom didn't.
Yeah,
The top of everything was dusty. She didn't give a fuck. She was like, I'm not fighting that every day. Like,
yeah.
You're fighting a losing war.
Yeah, she probably had a little Swiffer duster or a little whatever that she would just want.
She didn't give a fuck. Like, maybe once in a while, she let the dust build up.
Oh.
And then maybe once in a while, she'd tackle one area and just clear it all out and then let it build up again. She never, our house was never perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to pick your battles, right? Like, you know.
It was always very clean.
Yeah.
It was clean enough. Like, very fucking clean. Anyway. This guy's weaponized incompetence, and I think it's not a good sign for the future. She should give him maybe one more chance, and then...
Yeah. I'm like, either do it or pay me. Or get out.
Yeah.
3 options.
There's the door. Oh,
and then
fucking relationship.
Right? And then after a while, he'll be like, God, I keep paying her like $400 a month. I guess I should just do it myself.
Yeah. I like the money thing. I think that's great. Put a money value on it.
Yeah.
Great idea. Now I've definitely found my forever partner, and he's amazing, and I will never have to worry about this again, and I'm going to marry him, like, soon.
There you go.
He doesn't even have a choice. He met my grandma on video chat. Yeah.
So
And I
cute.
told her in front of him, I was like, oh, I was like, I knew from the first day I met him I was going to marry him. I told my friends as soon as I met him, I'm going to
Aw.
marry this man. And my grandma was like shocked that I said this in front of this man. And then he was shocked that I told my grandma that. And both of them just did the like shocked face and looked at me like, this, you telling her that? Okay. And then she was like, does he have a choice in that?
You're like, no,
That's what I said. Yeah. I was like, no.
no.
But yeah, he calls me his wife. It's great.
Aw,
He's down.
there you go.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Anyway, we should wrap this.
Yes. All
Yes.
right. Well, thanks again for listening to Thoughts Over Coffee. We're a couple of thoughts, share our thoughts over coffee or tea.
Coffee.
You can find us in all of our social media links down below. Check out our Reddit if you want to add to the conversation. We also have a Patreon for our extended, uncut nonsense.
Quasi uncut. We cut out the bathroom breaks.
Yeah, that's pretty much, she cuts the bathroom breaks out, and that's it. Other than that, yeah. Anything you
Please
want to say?
like, comment, share, subscribe. Really helps us out. We appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much. And where can the people find you, Sayo?
Oh, the link's down below.
She is at Sayo Clarity on the links down below. And I'm at White Girl Pants on the down below. We're all down below. We're going where we're going down below.
Down below.
All right. Well, stay caffeinated.
Heck yeah. Bye bye.
Why?